Hello and welcome. This is Robert with Eminent SMP, and we're here to share the story of Miss Elaine Denmark and her journey with us here at Eminent SMP. If you know of anybody who needs our services or would like to have more information, you could also find me at Eminent_SMP on Instagram, or you could also reach out to us at 321-400-7343. And now here's Elaine's story.
So what is your name?
My name is Estella Elaine Denmark. Estella, Estella. Middle name is Elaine, Elaine. Last name is Denmark, like the country, Denmark. But you can call me Elaine.
Oh, perfect. And what brings you here today, Elaine?
I'm here to do this SMP that I've heard about. I was given a name, given Robert's name by one of my barbers, and he had some excellent things to say about him. So I looked him up and I saw the results on the internet, and I said, let me just talk to him and see what he can do for me. I didn't see any women on there, but I just didn't know if he could do something for me as a female.
And what is your goal to be accomplished today by the procedure?
Well, I have to go back in terms of what I've gone through. You know, I've had an aneurysm and I have a scar on my in my head. I've gone through menopause, and that has affected my hair growth. And you know, I just want to look appealing again because I'm losing my hair. I'm wearing wigs, and I'm going through menopause, and I'm experiencing hot flashes. And with wigs, it's so uncomfortable because I'm so hot. And I just want to do something for me in terms of making myself look beautiful. I've seen so many women nowadays that they're shaving their heads, and I said I'll try it. I've gotten compliments, but I am still conscious of the fact that I have a scar in my head, and it shows where I'm actually bald, you know, versus the hair that I've shaved. You can see the difference, and I just want it to look like it's a decision I've made to shave my head and be bald and beautiful versus having to do so as a result of alopecia.
How do you feel this would help your maybe social or overall life in total?
Well, I think this is probably what one would call the icing on the cake, because I've lost weight. I've gone through, I've done a gastric bypass, and I've lost weight. I'm working on getting in shape, and I want the crown, because your head is your crowning glory,
right? And
I want to be able to look beautiful from head to toe,
right? And
I think that doing this will help me achieve more confidence in myself, right, and portray it, right, and stand firm for other women, right, because I'm not the only woman who has gone through this, or is going through this, or will go through this, right. And I want them to know that this is another avenue that you can, look into, right, being bold and being beautiful, and just looking the best you can be, right. And having this procedure done will help, right, me, and I'm hoping it will help other women.
So Robert, so what does your typical client look like?
The typical client is anywhere from their late 20s to their early 50s.
Okay. And what's usually the variety of reasons that they come for you for this procedure?
The number one reason is receding hairlines. Then you have the people who had a failed hair transplant in the past,
Right.
and they're re-losing their hair again, and they're looking to solve, not only to add density to the top of their head, but to camouflage the scar that they have from the failed hair transplant that they had before.
And Robert, like, how much of the demographic of your client base are women?
It's a smaller percentage, but we get the women too.
You get the women. And what are the typical issues that women have that bring them to you for this procedure?
Basically, alopecia, thinning hair around the hairline, or just to add density, because you can see their scalp, their hair thinning, and you can see most of their scalp. So we do cover that area so it looks like it's a more fuller head of hair.
Okay. And a little bit about yourself, Robert. Like, what's your background? And before you've done micropigmentation, maybe something in the customer service field, like what have you done that led to this type of industry?
Well, I've been a professional barber for more than 15 years now. Mm-hmm. I started balding at an early age, and around 5 years ago, I decided to look into the options, and I came across the SMP, and I got it done. And I know how I felt about it. It made my self-esteem go up, and it's something that interested me more to go above and beyond the barber industry. And once I took the training and I did my first couple of clients, I fell in love with the industry. I fell in love with how I was making people feel, how they were looking, engaging in their stories. It was just a beautiful experience, and I just had to work in this industry.
So you feel like it's a passion for you now?
Yes, it is. That's
awesome. Honestly, I would never have, until you said it right now, I could never have told that. That's not like a buzz cut that you have.
Yeah. This is SMP.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. I would never have told. So yeah, that's great. So you have experience in the customer field. You've been dealing with head and hairstyling for a very long time. So it makes sense to me that you would transition over to something like this. Was that the same thought process you had when you were moving from being a barber into this kind of field?
Yes, it's just a very rewarding experience, not only just to be able to change somebody's life, make sure that they have knowledge of what they're doing, because we only have one shot to get it right. And that makes it even more rewarding for me, just to know that people put their image in my hands and trust me to deliver what they want.
Got you. That makes total sense. So you feel like it's a application of responsibility in this process from being a barber.
Yes, and not only that, it's you build relationships. Like every client that I've ever had, they reach out to me, and like we keep in touch and in communication. So more than a service, it's a relationship with my clients, and it's I love it. It's very rewarding.
That's awesome. So Robert, typically how many sessions is a SMP?
The SMP, usually it's anywhere from 3 to 4 sessions, depends on the size of the area that needs to be covered. Let's say you decide to come in today for a session. We prep the area, and you would have your next appointment 2 weeks from today. So that's giving the first session 2 weeks to completely heal. And then we assess the area again, put more density in.
Right.
And then 2 weeks from that point, you start the third session. And then you see how it healed, and if it needs a little tweaking here and there, you do it. If not, then you just leave it alone. So typically it's 3 to 4 sessions.
Okay, awesome. So Elaine and Rosie, how you guys doing?
Great.
Good.
Awesome day.
And we're going to introduce Rosie. And Rosie, can you explain who you are to Elaine and why you're here today?
I'm Elaine's sister, and I came down today because Elaine wanted to show me herself and wanted some moral support for what she's going to be doing.
Okay. Awesome. And what do you feel like has been the difference since she started the procedure?
Well, actually, her self-confidence has rose, and she's more outward and feels a lot better about herself.
Awesome. So you have seen this like metaphysical change within Elaine.
Definitely. Right.
And you feel like it's for the better?
It is because now she doesn't have to be an introvert.
Okay.
You know, she can be more like me. Instead of let's go, Elaine, she's like, no, I don't want to. Now she has no reason. She looks great. You know, she's just herself.
Awesome.
Beautiful person that she is, and this is such an enhancement.
Right. Awesome. And and Elaine,
Yes.
how do you feel today as the procedure is finally done? You've gone through every step of the procedure, and how do you feel about your SMP work?
I feel like $1,000,000. I mean, you couldn't ask for more. You know, Eminent Robert has been just great. I feel on top of the world.
Nice.
It's just an extraordinary experience for me as a woman.
Okay.
And I just feel so confident in my ability to change women's feeling about how they perceive female pattern baldness and what they can do to enhance it and strike out to being bald and beautiful.
Oh, amazing. So, if in your own words, how was the procedure? Did it hurt? Was it worth the effort? And what did you feel like going through the whole process?
Okay, when I first started the process, I was kind of nervous. I mean, I've had a tattoo before,
Right.
so I knew what it was,
Right.
what to expect, that kind of scraping. But being on the head, you
Right.
know, it was kind of disconcerting, but it was not in terms of painful. The pain was it's just like a sharp pain that just went away within microseconds.
Okay.
And it was constant. But as the sessions continued,
Right.
the pain was not as intense as it was, and today was just like a breeze.
Right. Okay.
You know, so
So the final
it was
step,
worth it was worth it.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. Thank you, Eminent.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
All right. So Rosie, some final questions. What was your first impression when you saw Elaine after the whole procedure was ultimately done?
I walked in and I said like, oh, wow. Did you go to the barber? She says, no, that's Robert's job. I'm like, it's a tattoo? I mean, I couldn't believe that it looked so real and natural, like here.
Right. So it does look like it.
Yeah, just a low cut. Just a low cut.
Awesome.
And of course, I said, was it painful? I got some ibuprofen. She was like, no, it's awesome.
And was that the reaction, Elaine, from the rest of the family as well?
Yes, because my husband said, "Oh, who shaped you?" I said, "No, it's a tattoo SMP from
Right.
Eminent, Robert." And he said, "Oh, okay." So I was inside, getting ready and doing it. He's like, "Honey, get out the mirror, get out the mirror, get out the mirror, get out the mirror." Thank you. And I just want to give a shout out to Eminent SMP. I just want to say, Robert, thank you so much for all you have done. Aransi, she did my eyebrows. I mean, as I said, I feel like I'm a million bucks.
Awesome.
You know, Anthony, thank you so much for your time
Anytime.
and effort. God bless you both. I love you both. Eminent!
Yeah, bring my sister back. She's up and she's out and she will be going places. Not just sitting at home. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Thank you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you like my work, and also I hope you love Miss Elaine Denmark's story. You can follow me on Instagram. It's going to be Eminent_SMP, or you could also reach me at 321-400-7343. Thanks, guys.